Hi all my Betty Hyde friends. It's been one whole week since you saw me last when we were doing some planting with these vegetables. So what I wanted to show you is, if you remember last week we talked about how the plants had to go somewhere to have a nice cozy place to grow. So I have this special light system that I built, and it has lights, very simple lights, and they're hanging here with some chain, and they just sit right here in front of the heater, and that's where they've been for a whole week. Now they've been sitting here with their domes on because the heat and the moisture from the water makes their little homes nice and damp. You can see here there's water droplets on top. They've been here for this whole week, and now it's time to take them to their brand new home. I have a special place with bigger lights where they're going to grow. So in a few minutes, after I take them downstairs, I'm going to show you their new home. Okay, see you soon. Hi guys, here we are again. So I brought all the plants down to their brand new home. Now this is in my basement, so I have this set up so that I can grow these plants, and then when they get big enough, I'll be able to take them outside and plant them in the garden. And then eventually I'll be able to have some vegetables. Yay. So I wanted to just show you a couple of interesting things here in the plant trays. As you notice, after only 1 week, those plants, they grew a lot. Now that's because we have these special lights. Those lights act like the sun. So we have our soil and we have our seeds, and they've been watered, and they have this special light here that actually pretends to be a sunshine. So if you're gonna look down here, I thought it would be really neat to show you first these scarlet runner beans. Now look, see, there's a seed pod. Look at that. If you remember, that seed we planted in the dirt, and what happens is that the plant pops out of its seed and then it starts to grow. Look at that. That's pretty soon we're going to have to transplant that one. That's a really big plant. Now going along here, you'll see we've got cucumbers. That's what those ones are. And then there's the summer squash, and you can see, look at that. Isn't that neat? Right there. That seed still has, or that plant still has its seed. So soon when the leaves open up, it's gonna pop that seed right off. Here's the peas. And then this is really neat over here. This is a cucumber that was upstairs. Now I'm gonna bring it closer so you can see. This upstairs, this plant, you can see that the plant is trying to grow to the light. Upstairs, he was a little bit far from the light, so you can see it started growing sideways. So when you do see that, it's important to turn the plant around the other way. So now it's going to try and grow this way towards the light. That's going to make the stem nice and strong. So you can see here we've got tomatoes and peas and squash and cucumbers. Moving on to this tray, we have cilantro, yummy. And we have some thyme. And look at that. This is the basil. But isn't this funny? There's one thing there that doesn't look like the others. It looks like a tomato seed accidentally got planted in there. Isn't that funny? Now there's some trays that don't have anything happening yet, and that's because they're peppers. Peppers take the longest time to grow. Pretty soon they'll come up. I can already see one coming there. Now we're gonna move over to this tray, which is pretty exciting. You can see all of this kale. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And pretty soon that's gonna get really, really big, and we'll be able to have so much salad. When I come to Betty Hyde and I see you guys again, I'll bring some kale from my garden. And that, we're just looking over here. One last thing here that I want to show you. All of these are tomatoes, except for these last two are peppers. And you can see right there, one little pepper just started to grow. So they're starting. Now, who remembers what color beets are? Beets are red, and look at that. You can see those stems, those are beets. Those beets are already growing, and their stems are the same color as beets. Isn't that pretty? Anyway, so I just wanted to share this with you because it's one of my most favorite things in the whole world is gardening and watching plants grow. So I can't wait to show you next week when we come back. We'll look and see how much bigger the plants have gotten. Have a good day. See you later.